How's it going, guys? My name is Sam, and today we're looking at the Tigerwall UL2 Platinum tent from Big Agnes. I've had this tent for just over a year now, and I've got some thoughts, so let's break it down, starting now. There's some thunder happening over there, right while I'm trying to showcase this guy right here. You guys hear that? Sorry, Mother Nature is giving us a bit of a delay here. All right, now that I got the tent all set up and everything, let me just kind of show you around it a little bit and go over a couple of the specs. Okay, so this is the tent right here. So like I said, this is the Tigerwall 2 Platinum tent. So this is the 2-person version. And the difference between the Platinum and just the regular UL version is primarily just the weight. So this one is going to come in a little bit lighter at 1 pound 15 ounces trail weight, and then 2 pounds 4 ounces packed weight. So it's a really lightweight tent. It packs down super small. With it being so lightweight though, it does use a thinner nylon. I believe it's 10 denier. Big Agnes doesn't actually list it on their website. But yeah, it's a really lightweight tent. Okay, so looking at the floor space in here, let me open the door here and show you a little bit on the inside. So Big Agnes uses a tapered floor design here. So what you got here is 52 inches at the head end here, and then it tapers down, and at the foot end you got 42 inches down there. So for people who actually are wanting to use this for 2 people, it won't fit 2 25-inch wide pads, but if you have 2 20-inch pads, then it should be okay. On the outside here, you also have, they call this like a privacy screen here. So you can't like see through here if you wanted to leave your rain fly off or whatever, but you can see through up here. So I don't know, I guess some people care about that. So just know that it's there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the rain fly on. One, because I'm still getting a little bit of rain, but also just to kind of showcase a little bit of what it looks like with the rain fly on. Okay, well, it's raining really hard now, so I think this is a good time to show you the inside of the tent. Okay, so I got the rain fly on here. Just unzip it here. Okay, so this is the inside of the tent here. Kind of give you an idea of how spacious it is. So I'm 5 foot 10 inches, and this is plenty of room. If you lay down here, like I have to reach pretty far to actually touch the top of it. I believe the peak height is 39 inches. Turn around here. Got a lot of room. So on both sides of the tent, you got these little like gear pockets here, right there, and then you also have one up above, and they have these little, I guess for headphones, these little holes here in the gear loft or whatever, any kind of cords you got going on or whatever on both sides. So, and then there's also like lots of loops everywhere. If you want to lash gear on, hang a lantern or something, there's one in the center here. They're all over really. In the middle of the tent, you got one here, here, and there as well. And then you got one clear down at the bottom there. So yeah, plenty of room. Another thing is too, there is a vestibule on both sides. So if you look here, there's one here where I came in, and then there's also one over on this other side here. So plenty of space in the vestibule too. I would have no problem, putting my backpacking pack in there, my shoes and everything under there. There's quite a bit of room. So I don't think space is an issue with these vestibules. Another neat thing that we got going on in these tents too is if you are going like in and out of your tent, you can roll the door back and you can put it in these little, they call them, it's like I think they call it a quick stash door keeper. So like hold the tent back, or the tent door back right there, so that way you can get in and out really easy. The rain finally stopped, so I'm coming back out again. Okay, so just like on the inside, the outside, you can hold the door back too if you just roll it up like this. And down here on the bottom, there's like a little toggle. It's a little little loop that you'll just pull around the tent. And then, yeah, this little toggle, you'll just push through it. So that way, like I was saying, you can get in and out of the tent really easy. Okay, so another thing too, the rainfly on this tent, it doesn't have like any ventilation or anything, but the door, like the vestibule area, is a two-way zipper. So what you can do is they design it that way so that you can unzip from the top a little bit here, and the idea is that you'll get a little bit of ventilation through the vestibule here. So that's kind of nice to have. Also, there's guy lines attached all around the tent. So we got one right here. There's a guy line you can attach. So these are primarily for like if you're expecting bad weather and stuff, you can kind of attach it to a tree or stake it out some more and stuff just to give it some extra security. So there's two on that side, and then over on this other side you got one along here. Also, this tent does come with tent stakes. Now, usually I don't like the tent stakes that come with, you know, expensive tents. They'll give you like a super nice tent with, you know, these crappy stakes, but these aren't bad. So I want to say that they call these like the Big Agnes dagger stakes or something. They're actually really nice. I've usually been a fan of the MSR Groundhog stakes, but these are a good competitor. I actually have been really enjoying these ones. So it does come with decent stakes that I would be more than comfortable using these with it all the time. I also forgot to mention that this is a semi-freestanding tent. So what that means is it's mostly freestanding. You do have to stake it out just at the foot end here. So over here, down here, there's only one pole going down this side. So you have to stake it out, you know, on the foot end too. Really, to get the best setup, you need to stake it out. But you can pretty easily, you know, pick it up and move it around if you need to adjust the spot a little bit. So yeah, it is a semi-freestanding tent. I have not had any problems as far as storm worthiness goes with this tent either. I've had it in like torrential downpours. I've had it in, you know, heavy winds and everything. And this thing is taking it all like a champ. Honestly, it's been really sturdy and everything. As long as you stake it out good, I haven't had any problems with anything breaking on it, water getting in, nothing like that. Okay, last thing. Oh, I stood up too fast. Woo! Okay, I'm good. Okay, so last thing I wanted to show you guys is just what it looks like with a pad in there, so you can kind of gauge how much space you got to you know, to move around and stuff. Okay, so here we are. This is a 25-inch wide Nemo tensor right here. So this is gonna not be a ton of space for two people. Now, for one person, this is like awesome. This is a ton of room. But if you see here, like if I shove this up against the edge here, you know, you could fit like maybe a 20-inch wide pad over there still. But you know, it's gonna be pushing it. And you definitely could fit two 20-inch pads in here, 100%. Now, I have slept in this tent with two people, and it is tight. It's definitely doable, but you probably want to make sure you like the person. You're going to be in close quarters, and you're going to be up close to them. So, you know, it's definitely not for someone who wants to kind of spread out and be, you know, sleep in the spread eagle position or whatever. But for one person, it's tons of room. Now, also, I still use it with two people. So you just gotta, you know, you gotta gauge your own comfort level and decide what's best for you. But you also just need to remember the floor space. Like I said earlier, you got 52 inches at the head and then 42 at the foot end. So that's just something to remember. Okay, I'm gonna hop in here one more time on top of the pad. All right. Okay. So let's see here. On top of the pad, there's still plenty of room. Like I'm not really kicking the edge here at all. You know, even with your sleeping bag on top and everything, like you got so much room. Now if I lay down, I still it's, you know, you can touch the top. Like I said, I'm 5'10". If I go straight arm, then I can touch the top. But there's no part of me that feels claustrophobic in here at all. Also, on top of my pad, I can sit up fine, you know, and there's like, I don't know if you can, I don't know if you can really tell. There's probably like 4 or 5 inches above my head there. So yeah, plenty of room to sit up, change, do your thing. Really, there's a good amount of space in here for an ultralight 2-person tent. Okay, one of the last things that I'll say about it is just kind of reiterate that it is a very delicate nylon that the tent is made of. You guys can see like how thin that nylon is. Like, you see my hand through that? It's very thin. So if you're someone who, you know, is kind of hard on your gear, you might want to throw a footprint down, just kind of take care of it a little bit, because it is going to be really delicate and you are likely to, you know, puncture it, put a hole in it or something. So you just want to take care of it. Okay, now the biggest con with this tent is going to be the price. As always, you pay for ultralight, and this tent is no exception. So this tent comes in at a staggering $650. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit hard on the budget, but honestly, if you're in the market for it and you can afford it, I recommend this tent. Like I said, I've been using it for well over a year. Had 2 people in it, had 1 person, I've been in it by myself too, and I've really liked it. I haven't had any problems with, you know, rain getting in, space-wise, condensation is always gonna be a thing, but it hasn't been like, you know, overly terrible in this tent or anything. Overall, I really recommend it if you can swing that price tag. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and do all those other things. And as always, thanks for watching. That is a pretty epic trail. See what I did there?